Big breaking news coming in on the broadcast. The Election Commission announced that there should not be any kind of public rallies till January 15th. Even though there is no elections in the state of Karnataka, the opposition wants to score political mileage at the cost of public lives because the Karnataka Congress is going ahead with the Padyatra in support of the Mekedatu Reservoir, galvanizing thousands of supporters during the Padyatra, which might tick off a major COVID cluster in the state. Now, this comes despite a weekend curfew imposed in the state of Karnataka to control increasing COVID cases. Now, the Congress seems to be more worried about this Padyatra.
Should be free, fair, and it should be means election commission should act impartially. That is our request. Let us see how they will act in future and how they treat opposition party as well as the government or BJP party. We have to see it because the election process not yet started, the dates are announced. But let us see, sometimes, many times, some people go according to their wishes. And now it is very difficult to predict which way or how much impartiality will be there.
Well, we have decided to go ahead with the Padyatra and the curfew, we follow all the COVID norms, and it looks like the curfew is more BJP sponsored and they're worried more about their political gains rather than the gains that is available for the people of Karnataka. So we'll go ahead with the Padyatra, we'll do it with our utmost responsibility for the people of Karnataka.
But there's a lot of restrictions, people aren't supposed to work. How, if something happens, how are you going to take?
What will happen?
If a lot of restrictions.
So what happened if yesterday in the banquet hall when people were assembled in such a, were COVID protocols followed in Vidhan Sabha that they're expecting others to follow it?
Sagir Raj joining me on the broadcast. Sagir Raj, the Karnataka Congress hell-bent on going ahead with a Padyatra. What are they thinking at this point of time amid rising number of COVID-19 cases and the Omicron variant?
See, there are increasing cases of COVID positive which has been reported in the state of Karnataka. The highest cases was reported on Friday with 8,449 cases, where Bengaluru has contributed highest number of 6,812 cases out of it. And when these kind of cases are rising in the state, there are enough restrictions which has been imposed. But all this seems to be just an eyewash when it comes to Congress, which clearly blames BJP, stating that the restriction which was being imposed in the state was targeting Congress, that they should not get into Padyatra and protest against the government on Mekedatu Reservoir issue. And they also claim that all the numbers were fudged by BJP to show that there are increasing cases in the state. This comes amidst opposition from the ruling party government as well as the public, who says that there are increasing cases, but Congress is least bothered about the lives of the people.
Right, we continue tracking that story this morning. Thank you, Sagir Raj, for joining us on the broadcast.